My beloved child, before you move into another thought, before you let the noise of the day pull you away, pause here with me. Do not listen only with your ears. Listen with the deepest place of your soul. There is a place within you that has always known how to recognize my light, even when the world around you became crowded with noise. I am speaking to that place now. My child, this moment is not as ordinary as it appears. You may have clicked, stopped, or stayed because something gentle pulled on you. You may have thought it was curiosity, habit, or timing, but I tell you nothing that brings your heart closer to. My voice is meaningless in my hands. I have been drawing you, not with force, not with fear, but with a tender invitation. My beloved child, I know how many voices have surrounded you. Voices telling you to hurry, voices telling you to worry, voices reminding you of what went wrong, voices measuring your life by what is still unfinished. You have carried those sounds until your own heart has struggled to hear peace. But beneath all of that, my voice remains. It is not fragile, it is not lost, it has not been swallowed by the noise. My voice has been steady like a deep river moving beneath the surface of a restless city. It has never stopped flowing. It was there before your questions became words. It was there before your tears knew where to fall. It was there before you understood that your soul was searching for more than relief. You were searching for me. My child, I knew you before you knew yourself. Before you were shaped in the hidden place, I had already held your name within my heart. Before people praised you or misunderstood you, before you succeeded or stumbled, before you tried to prove your worth, I had already seen you with love. So do not come to me as a stranger. Come as one already known. My beloved child, the deepest place of your soul does not need performance. It does not need polished words. It does not need to pretend strength when it is tired. That place only needs truth. It needs stillness. It needs the courage to become quiet enough to receive what I have been speaking all along. I am not asking you to escape your life. I am asking you to let my presence enter it, right in the middle of the unfinished things, right in the ache you have not explained to anyone, right in the questions you have carried quietly. My child, there are times when I do not shake the sky to get your attention. There are times when I do not send a sign so large that no doubt can remain. Instead, I come like a soft light entering a room before morning arrives. I come like breath upon a candle that has almost gone dim. I come like gentle rain touching ground that has waited too long. Do not despise my gentleness. My gentleness is not weakness. It is the way I draw near without crushing you. You have lived in a world that often honors what is loud, fast, and visible. But I often begin my deepest work in what is quiet, slow, and hidden. A seed does not announce itself while it breaks open in the soil. A root does not ask for applause while it grows beneath the ground. A heart does not always look changed when I first begin to heal it, but I am working. My beloved child, this is why I ask you to listen deeper. Not to the noise outside you, not to the panic inside you, not to the memory that keeps repeating old pain. Listen beneath all of that, where my spirit bears witness that you are still mine, still held, still guided, still able to be renewed. There is a listening that happens beyond words. It is the listening of trust. It is the listening of surrender. It is the listening of a soul that says, Father, I do not understand everything, but I am here, and that is enough for me to begin. My child, you may wonder why your heart feels stirred right now. You may wonder why certain words reach places in you that have been silent for a long time. You may wonder why tears rise, or why your breath slows, or why a small hope begins to move again. Do not call that strange. Do not push it away. That is the place within you recognizing my touch. My beloved child, when my voice comes near, it does not always come as information. Sometimes it comes as recognition. Your spirit remembers what your mind forgot. Your heart senses what reason cannot fully explain. Something in you knows that you were not created to live empty, rushed, afraid, and disconnected from the one who formed you. You were created for communion. You were created to walk with me. You were created to carry peace that is deeper than circumstance. So let this moment become more than listening to a message. Let it become a turning of the heart. Let it become a quiet doorway where you stop running from your own soul and begin to hear me there. My child, I am not far away from the place you are afraid to open. I am not absent from the thoughts you do not know how to arrange. I am not offended by the tiredness you bring. I am near to the honest heart. I am close to the one who stops pretending and allows me to speak into the hidden room. So breathe with me now. Let your shoulders lower. Let your heart stop racing toward the next thing. Let the deepest place within you become still enough to hear. My beloved child, I am calling you not into confusion, but into peace. Not into pressure, but into recognition. Not into a performance of faith, but into the living awareness that I have always known you, always watched over you, and always prepared a way for your soul to return to my voice. This is where the journey begins. Not with noise, not with striving, not with fear, but with listening. And as you listen with the deepest place of your soul, I will teach you how to recognize my voice in the stillness where peace first begins to settle, and your heart starts to understand that I have been speaking all along. My beloved child, now that you have begun to listen with the deepest place of your soul, I want to teach you how my voice often comes, not always in thunder, not always in signs that shake the room, not always in the kind of answer your fear demands. Often I speak in stillness. My child, stillness is not emptiness. Stillness is not abandonment. Stillness is not the sound of heaven forgetting your name. Stillness is the space where I quiet the storm around you, so the truth within you can become clear again. You have been trained by the world to trust what is loud. Loud headlines, loud opinions, loud pressure, loud fear, loud memories that return when you are trying to rest. Because of that, you sometimes think, my voice must also be loud if it is real. But my beloved child, I do not need to compete with noise to prove that I am near. I am the Lord. My voice can enter the deepest room of your heart without breaking down the door. My peace can move through you without announcing itself to everyone around you. My guidance can come as a quiet, knowing, a gentle restraint, a holy discomfort, or a small invitation that keeps returning with peace. Do not despise what is gentle. Do not ignore what is quiet. Do not call my whisper weak. My child, when Elijah stood before the mountain, there was wind strong enough to tear the rocks. There was shaking. There was fire. But after all of that passed, my presence was recognized in the gentle whisper. I was teaching him something that I am also teaching you. Power does not always have to roar. Sometimes the deepest authority arrives softly enough that only a listening heart can recognize it. This is why I am slowing you down, not to punish you, not to delay you, not to make you feel forgotten. I am slowing the restless places within you so you can separate my voice from every other sound that has been trying to rule your life. My beloved child, fear has a voice. It rushes. It pressures. It imagines the worst and calls it preparation. Shame has a voice. It accuses. It repeats old names. It tells you that you are too late, too weak, too stained, too far behind. Wounds have a voice. They warn you not to hope again, not to trust again, not to open again. But my voice is different. My voice may correct you, but it will not crush you. My voice may lead you into surrender, but it will not steal your dignity. My voice may ask you to wait, but it will not leave you without peace. My child, I want you to begin noticing the fruit of what you hear. If a voice drives you into panic, hatred, despair, or confusion, bring it into my light before you obey it. If a thought strips you of hope and calls it wisdom, pause. If an urgency pushes you to move without peace, stop and return to me. I am not the author of confusion. My beloved child, the stillness I give is not a blank silence. It is a living silence. It is like a clear lake after the wind has stopped, where the surface finally becomes calm enough to reflect the sky. When your heart is constantly stirred by fear, you cannot see clearly. But when I bring stillness, your soul begins to reflect truth again. You begin to remember who you are. You begin to sense what matters. You begin to recognize what I have been saying all along. My child, sometimes my voice will come through scripture remembered at the right moment, sometimes through a quiet conviction during prayer, sometimes through peace that remains when every outward answer is still unfinished, sometimes through a closed door that protects you, sometimes through an open door that arrives without striving, sometimes through a gentle pause that says, "Not yet. My child, wait with me." Learn this rhythm. My voice does not always give you the whole road. Often I give you the next step. A lamp does not have to light the entire valley to guide the feet. It gives enough light for the step directly before you. And when you take that step with me, more light comes. This is how trust grows. Not by controlling the future, but by walking close enough to hear me in the present. My beloved child, I know you have asked for certainty. You have wanted answers wrapped in clarity placed before you in a way no doubt could touch. I do not condemn that desire. I know uncertainty can feel heavy. But if I answered everything at once, you might cling to information instead of relationship. I want your heart near me. I want you to know me, not only know what comes next. So I speak in ways that draw you closer. I leave room for communion. I invite you to lean in. I teach you to return again and again, not because I am hiding from you, but because love grows through nearness. My child, do not be afraid of quiet moments. Sit with me there. Let your breath slow. Let the noise settle. Let the unfinished questions rest in my hands for a little while. You do not have to force an answer from heaven. You only need to become present enough to receive what I am giving. And sometimes what I give first is not direction. It is peace. Peace before the plan. Peace before the breakthrough. Peace before the explanation. My beloved child, peace is often the doorway through which guidance comes. When your heart is frantic, every option looks frightening. But when my peace enters, the path does not always become easy, yet it becomes clearer.